Good morning, everyone. And let's put up some music. Maybe. Let's do chill hop. No, let's do chill hop. All right. Good morning, Bob. How are you this lovely morning? All righty. Let's squish everything down. Let's put this up. Let's get to work. So far, so good. I got coffee. Coffee is always important. This new rig, the best part about this new rig is, good morning, David. The best part about this new rig is every time I put the coffee down, I put it right next to the camera. This is like 3D coffee. Oh, man. But this new rig is really cool. I like it. It's much better setup than it was before. So it's like, this is a much more solid rig. I like this. The only problem is I'm gonna have to put a piece of, not a piece of wood per se, but like I want to put just a platform right here where the keyboard can sit right here. And that's ideal, would be right here. Just put the keyboard right here. Because if so, then I could continue to draw and just type on the keyboard whenever I needed to. Right now it's sitting on a cart right here. And that's fine, but the cart is in the way of my right leg. So my right leg keeps hitting it. And when I'm leaning forward, I'm having a hard time drawing because the cart's in the way. And so already one of my streams is starting to have a conniption fit. I don't know which one though. Yeah. Well, that's my thought, is if I build this, like this platform right here to hold my keyboard, I can put like a cup holder on it or something, because if I do this, the best part about this is these are sliding glass doors right here. So I don't want to go any further than right here, because then I can't go out the door without knocking things over. But what I might do is build this little structure here, which will encase the other side of the sliding glass door on this side, just a little bit, not a lot, but will also allow this. And maybe what I'll do is I'll put a cup holder back here so that I can just put my coffee. The biggest problem I'm having right now is there's this wonderful big open space right here, which is what he likes to walk through. And when he does, he comes in, doing like a cat does, with his tail straight up in the air, and his tail hits the monitor and then knocks the monitor around. And I'm like, I'm like all annoyed. I'm like, stop knocking the monitors around. Like, I don't need that. It's so aggravating. So anyway. But everything here on this rig is doing pretty well. Like I said, that strut that I've got over here holding up this side, that strut's rated to 600 pounds. So not likely to, I don't think this is more, two little monitors and a board are not exactly 600 pounds. So not a big deal. But I like it. It's like a little island oasis over here. I don't know. There's something. It's very comfy. It's a very comfortable little nook. And because the window is right here, I can sit here and draw and just watch cars drive by. Because there's a street right there with a little park, and like this is the subdivision's park right here. so I can just look out over my patio and watch the kids play or watch people walk their dogs or whatever. People watching is very, very good. I am not a dark person. So Pepper is here.
Speaking of dark people.
Yeah, speaking of dark people, hey, look, it's Pepper. But I'm not a dark person, and so I don't do well in basements and stuff like that. I had my office in the basement for a while because this room was occupied by my best friend because he needed a place to stay while he was looking for a house. And so he stayed here for about 2 years in this room. And so my office was in the basement. And that was so depressing. I can't deal with it. I need bright sunlight. I need... so I can't do basements. And it's a matter of personal things. I don't know. My mom was the same way, but my dad was really happy with basements. He was good with that. You know, it's like just the way we're built, I guess. Some of us just, I can't deal with it. So this is the best because I've got this huge, massive window right here and I can see across the street and I can watch cars go by and kids playing in the park and stuff. Hi, Pepper. Free hugs.
Hi. Free hugs.
Free hugs from Stitch.
I'm actually the exact opposite. I prefer the basement.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, actually, it's funny. My best friend liked it really dark too because he went out and bought these curtains, and these are light block. I mean, if I close these, there is no light in this room. And so I'm like, well, that's cool, but yeah, it's like I can't do it. And however, I know that I am excessive. Like normal people like a little bit of light. I really like it to be bright and sunny and warm. And there's like 12 lights in this room, so even at night, all of the lights in this room light up this room really nice.
So, like, me and Bill have talked about it, like, building a dream house of ours, and he wants to have 2 towers in the home. One of those towers is mine, and one is for him. Mine is basically a giant library with an observatory at the top, where I do artwork and stuff in. So very little light.
Right.
His... he would have his office in there. There'd be light in it, but below his office would be a Faraday cage. To house all of
block all signals?
Well, to house all of his electronics, yes.
Oh. Yeah, to keep them secure. That makes sense.
Yeah. So...
Yeah, I was just saying that at this point, I'm actually pretty happy with this setup. It's very tight and compact, but it's about as close as I can get to this window without being outside. Outside doesn't, snow doesn't do any good on this. But during the spring, I'll actually take like a drawing tablet or whatever and sit right here.
Well, that's all good for you. I try to avoid the sun like it's the plague.
Well, that's the thing is this side of the house, this side right here is south. That side's west. So it's the morning stuff that I can do because the sun's over here. So this is all in shade for the morning. Like right now, there's no sun itself on the patio. But I'm the same as you. I mean, I'm a white boy. There's nothing. If I get out in the sun and look at it long, I'm going to burn. So
yeah, Bill goes out in the sun, he just tans.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to die.
He doesn't burn, he just tans.
Yeah. Nothing we can do at that point. It's just toast.
It takes him like 4 hours in the sun to actually burn. We've tested it.
Right.
So.
Weird.
But how's the new setup going?
That's what I was saying. I really like it. It's really cool. It looks nifty. And now that, before, it's not much different than the last one, except This monitor before was tilted this way and further away, so I couldn't read what was going on the board up there because it was far enough away that my eyesight, And that monitor was way over there, all the way across so it was useless. Now, even though that monitor is stacked above this monitor, which is stacked above this monitor, and all three monitors are effectively stacked straight up, that monitor is still useful for things like OBS, which is perfect, right? I don't need anything else up there except to switch back and forth. Right? I've already got ideas for Tool Time episode 2. Actually, I'm pretty pleased with this, though. Like, the other thing is I put my wireless antenna, I put it on the back side of this piece of wood because there's nothing else back there. So I just stuck it to the side of the wood. So now it's actually an aerial. It's actually hanging up and extended out. Whereas before it was kind of falling off the back of the case of my PC. And I'm going to ultimately take the mixer and move it to right here so that all I have to do is just mess with the mixer effect or whatever. I don't want to do that right now because it requires me to reroute some wires, but nothing major. Just probably don't want to do that with the microphone live. As I start moving the microphone around here, all you guys hear is the entire time. So maybe I shouldn't do that. I'll wait till after the show.
So, before you knows it, no music again.
Oh. You hearing the music? Not hearing music?
I hear music.
I say I hear music too. Haven't been able to do that in a while. I actually can put my stylus in its little stylus holder and set it to the right of the monitor. It's been a long time since I've been able to do that one. Actually, I have not tried it yet, but the stylus seems to be working just fine. All right. So how you doing this morning, my friend?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's morning.
It is morning. It is indeed morning. So today we'll be doing star maps. No, I'm just kidding. I just opened up to
star maps.
More star maps. I opened up to a page that was, this was an interesting thing. Somebody had posted that after their mom had had a stroke, this is the way she wrote things. And I thought it was fascinating. And I just love the way that looks. Oh. Hey, strangely, Bob, I don't know how in the world it could. The music comes from Restream, not from me. So my mixer shouldn't affect the music in any way. So that must have just been a bizarre coincidence of coincidenceness. All right. Oh, that's right. We were working on. It had to. Well, I mean, like that's kind of like you unplugged a light bulb and the power went out. It's like if the power went out in the entire neighborhood. Yeah, there's still 700 some odd files to organize, but I'm not going to do that this morning. That's boring. I'm going to look around and see what kind of trouble we're in, because I think there's something to say So here are, by the way, the other episodes of Act 1, if anybody's ever interested. Like, I'm not kidding how I have like a lot of these set up. And Act 2, the Methuselah Conundrum, the Oubliette, Sins of the Father. There's some good stuff in here. These are episodes of Bellatrix Rising. Sea Cat, your problem is your tail. Hi, how are you? Yeah, I know.
It is now the George Butt Show.
I was going to say, just give everybody your butt, huh? George and his butt. He's a butt cat. You're a cat butt. Truer words, though. Truer words, you're a cat butt. You're a cat butt. Oh, the F-15 version. See, now you're knocking shit off. I'm like, hey, I can finally put my stylus down. And then George knocks my stylus off. Kind of wondering if, like, I've got chapter 34, episode 34, is called the Bandoise. And it's about the Bandoise, which was that race of people that vanished because the bad guys in the previous story destroyed the entire planet when they were still at just radio. Oh, yeah, that works. And then here's Act 3. The long second, the radio room, across the Sheliak Highway, the loss. I mean, like, this is planned out quite excessively. Okay, you need to... okay. I have a mess now because somebody we know just knocked my coffee off and it's spilled everywhere. So I'll be back in a second.
Remind me, I'm just. Yeah. Morning, Dave. Or David. Sorry. I'm not sure if you go by Dave or not.
And coffee stains, of course. So.
How does coffee stain George?
Huh?
Hey, it's Colton!
Does
Okay.
he need in? If he needs in, tell him, hang on.
Yeah.
George just knocked my coffee over. And
It's complete coffee carnage.
yeah, it's the coffee toppled from the countertop to the floor, and it was this size coffee. So there's now coffee everywhere. all over everything. I have no one to blame but myself. I'm the one that has these tricky doors and it climbs up there. But there really is coffee carnage. It's everywhere. There is one good thing. I drink my coffee black, so there's no milk in this or sugar. Okay. I don't think there's anything I can do at this point except walk back and forth over this. Hopefully it sucks up some of this coffee. The thing that gets me is that I don't mind scratching you, Boog, but man, you get up here and then I put you down and you get back up. And now I don't have any coffee. Sadness lays in now. As the real tragedy is exposed. I'm out of coffee. Okay, before I go get more coffee though, I'm going to figure out how to fix this problem. Because this place is too tight. This place is tight. This place is too tight for me to put coffee down anywhere and not have a cat visit.
That's what George just said.
Yeah. At least you're over here being right. Appreciate that. Considering how much chaos you have engendered. Now, I know how to fix this in the short run. I was just singing the praises of how cool my new setup was, and then disaster struck. I think the answer is just going to be that I won't be able to drink anything while I'm working. Or I'll have to put the drinks back here. At least until this second section is built.
It's the fallacy of the way that you built everything.
Well, the way that I've built everything, there's a triangle about 2 feet wide ish, and on a side, and that's pretty much all we've got right here for flat surface.
Mm-hmm.
That's intentional because if I have too much space, junk just compiles all around it, and so I intentionally set it up so that there was no space here but for just my hand. But the drawback to that is I had to put my drink right here, which is where George has found an opening under this monitor to come up here and get scritches. And, like I said, I brought this on myself. I have taught George that he can do that,
Mm-hmm.
So I've established to George that that coming up here and getting scritches is an acceptable thing to do. And so...
But
yeah. Hey, George,
you can't get more scritches anymore.
Yeah, I don't know why you want to do that, dude. He walked in here and then he laid down right on the towels that are soaking up coffee. And then he was like laying there, and then all of a sudden you could see it on his face as the coffee must have gotten through to his fur, because he was like, whoa, wait, hey, what's this? Actually, now it looks like he's just walking around on the towels, soaking up all of the coffee. Good job, George.
Maybe he's a coffee addict like the rest of us.
Right?
Some of us.
The rest of some of us?
Maybe The Last of Us. I don't know.
I mean, not all of us drink coffee. I know that. So, or at least not in quantities higher than 2 cups.
Well, I mean, everyone I think on this show drinks about as much caffeine to kill a cow every day. So
I like the one that was something like the effect of Captain Janeway. We have discovered that you cannot drink more than 30 cups of coffee without causing serious harm. And she goes, so 29 is the limit. Huh?
So 29's the limit. Got it. A caffeinated cat would be crazy.
Oh man,
a caffeinated cat, just all I see is a cat that's on catnip.
He's acting like it. It's really funny.
Oh, and there's a video I should have sent to you, Pepper, for that one. It was cute and funny. The lady had the little catnip jar open. She's like, "Here you go, buddy," and he just instantly his head was in there and clawing her hand. He's like, "No, stop it! No, ow, okay, claws."
Yeah, I've seen it. He just keeps going at it. At one point, she tries to lift his head, and he bites her. I'm like, oh my god!
His head.
Yeah, her cat had never had catnip before that point, I think.
It was great.
Because, when you introduce catnip to cats for the first time, oh my god, they freak out. What
is this amazing thing?
Yeah, I know. And they go after everything, and then after some time, they develop, okay, this is gonna be every once in a while. But that first initial one, it's
that first high. That first high.
It's great.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. No, it was just so funny watching. I just saw that this morning. I was like, oh, now after you said that, I was like, I should have sent this to Pepper. But you've seen it, so we're
good. So many cat stuff this morning that I got. I think I posted 2 cat things this morning, actually.
Maybe I did see it on yours or something.
No, I didn't repost that one. I saw it.
Okay.
I didn't repost it, no. Actually, I think Bill sent it to me. In a private message.
Nice.
So, but...
Colton?
Colton joined us in preparation for Guy to do more star charts.
I'm waiting for Photoshop to finish updating.
I'm not doing more star charts. I am looking at things though. I was like, really?
Yeah, I'm waiting for Photoshop to update so I can get about an hour's worth of work in.
Right.
Before I have to go to work.
Hey, an hour's worth of work is better than nothing, I guess. I think I'm having problems trying to figure out what I was doing. Boy, it's all about laying in the coffee thing. It's so fun.
Bless you.
I noticed you sneezed.
That scared me.
Sorry.
Notice you have startled.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh god, hi. Oh, wait.
Depending on the type of sneeze, I'm sorry, it's really loud. That's why I was facing away from the microphone that's over here. But then I forgot I have another microphone over here.
It picks up.
Pepper has exploded.
Yeah.
Pepper has exploded.
I've tried to go for the trifecta where you sneeze, fart, and burp all at the same time.
I feel like that's just to make you explode.
Well, if you do that,
That sounds very unpleasant.
That's like the urban myth that if you do all three at the same time, your body explodes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so you're trying to go for it. Got it.
Yeah, I was trying to go for it.
Okay, I'm not gonna. I don't know what to say about the fact that it sounds like you're.
I mean, I've done two at the same time before, so in multitudes of variations.
That tickles. That tickles, George. That tickles. He's trying to bite me. I don't know why. He's like, don't make me move from my coffee spot. I have my coffee spot. Yeah, see, that's what happens when you take too much coffee. Now you're just seeing things.
Sorry, I'm just laughing at you. That's great.
Oh, bye, Dave. I'm sorry. I hope we didn't weird you out.
I think David's been around for more weirder stuff than that, so
Yeah.
legitimately. Okay,
Did
see,
you-
the problem that I've got is now you're making it. Now you're undoing the work here. Don't undo the work. Now he's running around trying to dig up or he's jumping back and forth between the two groups of towels.
He's probably trying to figure out why one smells like coffee and one doesn't.
No, well, no. I mean, it's all the tumbler when it fell hit the ground in such a way that the cap came off and then it bounced. So there's a batch of coffee over here and there's a batch of coffee over here because it hit, spilled this way, and then flipped. spilling coffee about 2 feet in the other direction. So I've got 2 things of towels, covering the 2 things, and he's jumping back and forth, getting all tangled up in them. And I'm like, okay, but you're screwing up the cleanup process here.
Nice.
Oop. No, I'm not going to fight you. I'm not fighting. I know you want fighting, but I'm not going to do it. Weirdo. What's your problem? He's attacking my foot. You've had too much caffeine. You're cut off.
You're cut off.
No,
Never
Bob, I'm
again.
sticking to what I wrote already. It took up 3 pages worth of writing. I think I'm good.
I don't know what I want to do today. I am so immobilized. I don't know what my problem is.
So, I don't know if you guys heard, but I don't know if you've heard of the hashtag ban Percy stuff this morning.
Hashtag what?
Ban Percy or something like that.
Nope.
Okay. Basically, the actor who played the artist kid in Wednesday, Percy Hein White or something, was caught sending inappropriate text messages and pictures to an underage girl.
Nice. Why?
Why would they shoot themselves in the foot?
I remember seeing something that popped up about Wednesday, and I was like, I'll get back to it later.
It's probably what it was. It started, I think, yesterday. I woke up and the Twitter feed was like, oh, blah blah blah, ban Percy.
Mm-mm.
I'm like, what?
What's going on?
What's going on? And people are actually doing posts and they're tagging Jenny Ortega and the actress who played the werewolf that was her roommate.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So they're
Whatever
tagging
her name is, because they were both adorable.
Yeah, but they're tagging them in these posts, and then there's pictures of them basically brushing off the actor at live picture taking things where he'll put his arm around them, and then they'll make a scoff face and get his arm away from them really quickly. Stuff like that. And it's okay, alright. I'm only saying this because it's part of pop culture and,
No, it works. I'm okay with it. I mean, I'm not okay with it, but you know what I mean.
I was about to say, if you're okay with that behavior, I think you need to reevaluate.
Reevaluate our friendship.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I am not okay with that.
I'm not either.
Yeah.
The question I always have though is, how real is it and stuff like that. I'll wait until we've gotten some kind of verification. Mostly because, I had a friend of mine yesterday who said, California lost 10 million votes, and I was
the girl actually posted them online.
That sounds.
And he's literally naked.
Definitely.
He's literally naked, and he sent her a photo of basically pooping.
Pooping? Oh my god.
On the toilet.
Yikes. Why do people think that's funny?
I don't know.
What is your problem, people?
I don't know.
I just live on this planet. I don't tend to understand humans.
That's my biggest problem is like I don't know. Actually, sadly I know exactly why they do it, and that doesn't make it good.
Nope.
Power play.
I'm just saying it now because just wait. Once it's gone through Twitter, it's gonna hit Facebook.
Right? Twitter's just ahead of the curve. That's all. Good
Yeah.
morning, Donald.
Morning,
Hey,
Donald.
Donald. Oh, it finished.
I wish, Bob. I wish. I'm from Jupiter. I should go back to my own planet.
The truth of the matter is, with 8 billion people, you're likely to have outliers. They make the news. So, just keep that in mind. To beep or not to beep.
Hey. I mean, not everyone. If all human beings were like bacon, 73% fat and very salty, I think everyone would be fine.
Right? I feel like I'm pretty much like bacon. I'm just saying.
Yeah, if the sunlight didn't get you, the gas would. Okay.
I really want Kat to get on here and do a background, like how to draw a background thing.
What do you mean?
Just they were on here a couple of nights ago and they're just doing the comic, and the work was so phenomenal. They're just so
What?
good.
What are you talking about? I'm sorry.
Kat.
Cat? Oh.
Mhm.
Sorry. Last time you said cat, you referred to George.
I was. I'm not anymore. But yeah, just such good stuff. I don't know what I'm doing here.
Me neither.
Why I can't figure out the thing I'm doing.
Okay, Bob. I don't think anyone can have enough cats.
I mean, at the moment, I don't know. He's calmly sitting in the coffee.
He's just calmly sitting in the coffee. That's
I'm just gonna let him be him, and and stuff.
doing cat
You
things.
can do him.
So what are you all working on today?
I'm writing.
You're writing? Ooh.
I'm organizing stuff.
fun.
Yeah, because I feel like I needed to do this for a while and get in here and just fix stuff. Stuff is just not fixed.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going to get to work and do something else, and then I realized I could consolidate all of this stuff and make this a lot better. I just and now I'm
Nice.
back to sorting things again, which is what I was doing before. But now I'm doing it again. So. What I probably should do though is like redo one of my early drawings. I've been meaning to do that for a long time. You know, take one of the first
Do a redraw.
we did and redo it and then go, hey, look at how much I've grown since 1987. But I feel like if I say that, people will be like, well, yeah, but since 1987, you know.
I mean, you could do the Harley Quinn or whatnot that you've had for the past little bit.
I feel like my Harley Quinn though is still pretty relevant. Like, not that.
You could always retry it and see what happens.
And maybe
See how much you've actually really grown.
plausible.
There's always that one too, where you do one of the pieces that you think that you're like, oh no, this is still good, and then you do it and you're like, oh, never mind.
Right, this is better. It might not be a bad idea. Why do I have Blender's whatever in here? This is so weird. Like
Oh no, what is Blender's
startup
whatever?
thing? The what's the word I'm looking for?
Startup files?
The setup file. Thank you. I'm like, in this folder full of pictures is the random Blender setup file, and I'm like, okay, that's very strange. Happy Moogie Day.
Happy what?
Moogie Day. Moogie.
What's a movie?
Star Trek thing.
Oh. Okay, so back to the question. What's a Moogie?
Mom.
Oh.
For if you're Ferengi, that's their name. That's their mommy. So
Moogie.
yeah, Moogie. Which generally is said because it's like mommy, and the reason it's that way is because Rom and Quark go to see their mom on Ferenginar, and the first thing Rom does is go Moogie, and then Quark's like, "That's what children say. Stop doing that."
That's awesome. That's the child saying.
Right? That's what kids say. Arr.
But I love my Moogie.
But I love Moogie. Yeah, it's very funny.
Nice.
Like, what do I do with these pictures of Apollo 15 sitting on the launch pad? You know, it's like I've got to find a home for these somewhere. Wow. I probably don't need a big folder called temporary. It has nothing but a whole bunch. I did.
Is that a fancy folder?
A folder called the Space the Final Frontier. That's the entire folder.
Nice.
It's for space stuff. Okay.
Guy probably has a spacecraft folder.
Yeah, I definitely have a spacecraft. This entire folder is just full of random stuff. This is very random.
The random folder, always the best folder. To find right here is like, wait a second, what was I in?
What was I thinking when I did this?
What is this new spacecraft that I didn't realize I had done work on?
Why do I like it so much?
I know. Why does this spacecraft look like it's the shape of a cat? That's what you should do, Guy. You should have a spaceship from that feeder band race. Someone discovered a spaceship with them cryogenically frozen, and they go in, and the spaceship looks like it's an aerodynamic cat, and they go in and they find 2 or 3 space pods that have been broken, but then they find 2 that are like fully functional, and they do the awakening sequence on both of them.
But it's cats.
But they're both cats from that society.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Character development checklist. Names, nicknames, sex or gender, age, race, weight, height, hair.
Sounds like a good time.
Then the family status, parents, siblings, immediate relatives, education, religion, other. See, you're moving the things around again. You didn't learn your lesson the first time, did you? I'm just saying. Or was it you're looking for more coffee? Is that what you're after? You need more coffee? You're after more coffee, you weird old little cat. There, now you have more George Butt for your viewing pleasure.
What I always wanted.
Right? It's critical. George Butt is critical. Here is part of this, though. It's actually kind of cool. Fears, secrets, intelligence, eating habits, socializing habits. Those are kind of cool to remember to put in characters.
There we go. Looks better. The hand looks so good.
We do make this difficult. You know that, right? I'm just saying. I love you, but you're making this weird.
You're making this weird. Oh, wow. There's a lot of fur in your camera.
Right? And most of it is his butt, just so you're aware. He's like, why won't you scratch me? George the Destructor is awesome. Yeah, although he's been extra chaotic this morning, sadly.
That's right, Bob. Knocked it down just to get the free hugs. The Cat from Outer Space is actually a really fun one, Donald. Me and Bill had talked about possibly how they could update that one and who they would possibly get to play the new characters. But then we realized most people wouldn't probably want to watch it today.
What, Star Trek?
No. No,
And
it's
that's
an
why I
old
stopped
Disney
being
movie.
friends with Bolton.
It's an old Disney movie called The Cat from Outer Space. It was with Sandy Duncan.
Mm-hmm. I love that. That's one of my favorites.
And
Oh, wow. I haven't seen this. Yeah.
yeah, like it's one of those movies like you watch it and you remember when you look back at it, you're like, there's so many MASH actors in it that it's like not even funny, and like and they just play like the roles like so well.
Uh-huh.
And then yeah. But like if they were to redo it, I don't know if they would use the cat that they use. I really like the breed, but it's also one of those things of you never know what you're gonna get with a remake.
Uh-huh.
So sometimes I'm like weary about asking for a remake on that. But I was trying to think of
You have
who
to be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, because like I was like thinking like who do we get to play the professor that the cat goes home with? Who do we get to play the role of Sandy Duncan? Who is the modern equivalent of Sandy Duncan right now?
I don't know.
And I believe Sandy Duncan is still alive. So she could actually reprise the same role, but like in a different manner, where she's now the head of the departments at Caltech, where it all takes place, and all of that stuff. Yeah,
That
we
makes more
talked
sense,
about
though.
Anna Kendrick as well, Bob. We talked about Anna Kendrick. I think she could pull it off. I just don't. I feel like there's another person as well, just like her. But then you have the professor, who, like the male professor, the male lead, that she could be going up with. So it has to be someone that pairs well with Anna, with whoever is also cast as the female one. So. And that's actually Bill's choice, Anne Hathaway.
My bad. Yeah.
I could see Jeff Goldblum as one of the people that are kind of dismissing the two scientists.
Oh, Jeff.
I could totally see him like not being a bad guy, just basically like wanting to lead the group, but not really being given the opportunity. I could also see him being the neighbor that comes in and like watches a sports game in the middle of the movie like barges into the guy's apartment and starts watching the movie because his wife won't let him. I could see him being that character too. Dan Aykroyd, I can completely see him being a villain in this. Yes, I think he would have so much fun with it. What's ID for?
Independence Day.
Oh. No, I don't think it would be too much. They're cats. It'd be like remaking. It would be like remaking Can of Worms, a made-for-TV movie where a dog alien offers a human like a free ride off of the planet.
I don't even think this person is doing work anymore, and I've still got their work out on the OneDrive.
Is there
Like stuff you worked on, or?
Yeah, so part of the problem I've run into is that I'm out of space.
New hard drive.
Well, no, out of space in my OneDrive. I've got lots of hard drive space. I just don't have any space in my OneDrive. And so,
the cloud?
Huh?
The OneDrive cloud?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm trying to get. I'm one of the reasons I'm going through here is trying desperately to organize space so that. Oh, hey. Well, that's useful.
That actually may be a good idea, Donald. Have two cats planned. One that wants to take over the planet and one that wants to just get off. I feel like they would make the bad cat a black one, though.
And to answer your question, Bob, yeah, that is exactly what started this project. Was I suddenly was out of space on my OneDrive, and I'm like, okay, why am I out of space in my OneDrive? And I mean, to be fair, 500 gigs is family photos. So half of my OneDrive is dedicated to the family. But that's because all of the family is working off of that OneDrive. And what I'm going to do here in a little bit is move all of those family photos over to my Google Drive and connect, because it's only my sister now because my dad passed away. And he was the one that was having the most problems with it because he was doing the old man thing of, I don't know, I don't understand this. You'll have to come down here to Houston and set it up. Because I don't get
that was his trap just to get you down there.
Well, that's fine. That's fair. I like hanging out with him, so I'm not going to oppose. Anyway. But I'm like looking through here and I'm like, this entire directory, all of this stuff is just like weirdly, like there's just strange things in here that shouldn't be here.
It explains so much about my childhood. I'm joking.
Right? Like this, I've got an entire thing of Red Team Go. Just
nice
icons, logos, photos. I mean, I'm keeping it, but it doesn't need to be on my OneDrive. You know what I mean?
No.
Like I'm totally going to keep it forever and ever and ever, and you guys can have it at any time, but it does not need to be on OneDrive.
Well, if Andy's actually serious about keeping it going, you might want to talk to him.
That's totally fine. I've got a whole bunch of stuff. I don't mind you still being part of Red Team, though. It doesn't bother me.
I never said it was. I was just saying that, like, that was one of the best things. I told him I'd give him anything that I still had, and I actually got rid of everything.
Yeah, someday I want to talk to you about that over coffee, not online.
Yep.
I would like to.
And I'll have Saturdays and Sunday stuff. What?
I'd like to be there too for that conversation because I've heard too many weird tales.
Well,
I can tell you all.
I know where I stand on all of this. That's not a problem. I'm just curious what all.
Oh, sorry, there's more now for that one then, Pepper. So yeah, we can have a conversation about that.
A conversation.
Me and Guy can make our way up north, and we can all have coffee and breakfast.
Yeah, we'll have to make it quite a bit north. Some people.
Well, I mean, I could just drive down to somewhere else,
That's what I was saying. We can meet halfway, but we still would have to go north. You'd have to go south.
Exactly.
People would have to go east. People would have to go west. It'd be horrible.
A lot of travel.
Just traveling all over the place. Ugh.
I don't know. I also feel like it depends on who you talk to about that stuff, depending, like, where you'll end up getting what happened.
Yeah, because also, like, the hardest part with that is that there was technically, like, 3 main groups. You had the people that were just hang-arounds, that just showed up and just hung out. You had the people that, like, actually wanted to do something, but never actually really did that much. And then you had the people that actually were doing stuff. Like, to keep RTG and, like, company-wise. You had, like, company, people that wanted to do it, but just wouldn't commit. And then you had the people that were just hang-arounds, but thought that they were 100% part of the company. So, those are, like, the 3 main groups. And each, depending on which group you talk to, it's a totally different story each time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I get it because, like, one of the things, like, that's what happens.
Mm-hmm.
It's like every group project that you go into especially like in your college years.
Oh my god,
like,
college is the worst.
Projects are horrible in junior high and high school. They're worse in college. Like, you have the one person that takes credit for everything, meanwhile did nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the person who did all the work, but then stays silent because they don't want to sit there and rock the boat and possibly get a different grade than everyone else.
Right.
And then you have the people who show up and they, like, participate, but they don't follow through with anything.
Yep.
And then you have the person that usually wants to be in a different group because they don't like you.
Yeah, that's that part too.
I don't know. My feeling on this whole thing is I know that there was stuff, and I really don't care about the stuff per se.
Oh yeah,
and
it's more that, like, but I mean, Pepper's not wrong though. It is a lot of, like, stupid stuff. Is the real reason why everything's the way it is.
Okay.
Based off that whole, like, analogy of doing class projects, yes,
Mm-hmm.
very much that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also, you look at it too. The teacher knows who did everything. So
Right.
Well, yeah. I mean, and then you have those moments where the teacher didn't even realize any of that was going on too. So you, like, have both of that in this situation.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, it's a little bit of back and forth. But yeah. We'll definitely have to pick a date, and we can all meet halfway somewhere.
Yeah, office politics. Can equate.
Office politics. That is totally true.
Yeah.
Yep. But that's it has never ended well for me. None of that has
Office
ever
politics.
ended. The office politics stuff, which is kind of one of the reasons why with Quack we can help each other sell each other's comics, but we cannot help each other print them. It's like the standard.
Yeah, we're not doing this to, like, pool our funds together and actually, like, do something.
No. And it's mostly because, like I had said before, the problem with artists is, generally we are bad with money because that's not where we think. We don't think about money. We're bad at it. B, we're usually, because of A, we are in bad financial shape. And so C, people make a mistake, screw up money, and everybody is all of a sudden in a life or death situation, because the money got screwed up. And so my whole thing is, that's cool as long as we keep the art money separated. The only thing I'm doing is right now I'm paying for the upgrade to Restream for us, but I'm willing to call that my thing, and if someone else wants to help, which they are, because like Jerry put in $10 and David put in $10 so that we can upgrade to this upper version so that now we can have 4 administrators. But yeah, I mean, that's my feeling on this one. It's like, you know what? As long as we don't get involved like that, we're good. All works for me. Why are the 2019 tax documents not in, say, the tax folder? What was I thinking?
What was going on in your life at this time, Guy?
Right? I'm like, that
When in
seems
doubt,
like,
blame George.
that seems very much like a Mariah said, I need taxes now, and I just made a new folder and didn't think about where it went.
That's what I did this morning. I had to track down a tax document.
I have a
I'm
folder
still waiting for my W-2s.
for my taxes, so they all live in a specific spot.
Yeah, Colton. That's basically what I had to do too. I had to find where my W-2 from the company I worked at was.
Yeah, because it's almost February, and I should have everything by now.
Right? I don't either. It's really weird.
Yeah,
I'm
what I find
slightly annoyed.
But what I find more annoying is the HR department wouldn't even email me back because I no longer work for the company.
Mm.
And I'm just like, you do realize that you kind of have to answer these questions when I ask them.
Not even that. It's like you can actually get in more trouble for not answering my questions. They can actually get in more trouble for not answering those questions.
Exactly. Right? So I just was like,
especially when it comes to tax season, you guys can get in a lot more trouble.
We're just saying.
Yeah. But then I have to remind myself, like, I kind of was like, Bill has made a point to say, like, they're probably still hoping for me to return. And after going through stuff recently, I realized, like, I definitely don't think I can return to that job.
For moral reasons?
For several reasons. One, but the main one being, if I want to have a family life, that is not a job that I can really balance family and work with. If you get what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
They're not bad. It's just me personally. I can't handle it. It's literally my problem.
Right.
Not theirs. And I'd rather them not have to feel like I'm wasting their time.
This is important, and you're making it. Oh, there's StarCraft. StarCraft is on my OneDrive. That's critical. I think the idea was I was copying it over to the laptop because the laptop can run StarCraft. But hi.
Well, it depends on the StarCraft.
That's the original.
Mm.
That one definitely will run on. I love you. You are very floofy and
I just realized what time it was. I'm gonna have to hop off.
That's fine.
All right.
Yeah, I should probably get going too. I gotta go to work.
You guys are gonna leave me in here with
George?
It'll be the George show.
We'll be
So
stuck with George. It'll be the George show.
all right.
George
Well,
show.
Live with George and Bob.
See you all later.
Oh.
All right. Bye.
All right. Bye, guys.
Yeah. Everybody just all of a sudden left, leaving me with George. and you guys. Yeah, I'm not good with money. I keep trying to be good with money, and it just doesn't work. I mean, it's not like it's horrible with it, but it's, just keep wanting to be good with money, and I keep not being good with money. You're just determined. I can tell because you're turning around to come back up here. See? There we go. Oh, yeah. Hi. These are difficult times, but it doesn't help that we suck. I mean, just I wish it wasn't. I wish I could be, joking here, but the truth is, we just really suck at this. You really are making this hard. The time for scritches is now. Oh, the time for licking your nose is now. There's that. I get it, but you good? No. Of course he loves me. He's a goofball. And I love George too. I'm not saying I don't love you. But you make it more complicated and difficult. If you laid down, this wouldn't be so bad. You could actually handle this if you laid down here. But you don't lay down here. Get that off of there. And then random Daz. These all look like they're these aren't Daz. Or are they Daz? There we go. Got that off of there. What are we down to over here now? Because I know I have a desktop backup thing where I'm sorting all the desktops. Because I've had desktops for a long, long time. It's just desktop after desktop after desktop. So I've been just dumping everything in the same desktop folder to try to organize it. I don't even know what any of this stuff is. You don't know what this stuff is either. Don't pretend like you know. Oh. That's kind of cool. It's a one-page RPG. That's what you need. You need a papoose. And if I put a papoose on you, right? And put a papoose on you, and you will all of a sudden be like super stuck to me. I think that's a great idea. I think traveling is a great idea. I think that's a wonderful idea. Legit. We should be doing that. There's maps in here. There is a freaking duck in here. Why is there a duck in here for Toys R Art Collective? What is going on? I don't understand what any of these things mean. Okay, so can I get my workspace back at some point here? Ooh, all that for needs to be switched. All right, so we should do something. We should do something. Yeah, a duck. It's the duck that you see on the right here, right here. This duck. That duck was randomly in a folder. And I'm like, I don't even know why that duck is in the folder. It doesn't even make sense. Apparently it was, and it did. Okay, and I have, yeah, thanks. All right, Catbutt has left. I'll switch over to drawing monitor. The Space Mallard. I'll go here. I'm doing this. All right. So one of the things I was thinking was to keep you entertained for the next 20 minutes or so. Let's go out onto here and say, guys working. Let's see what the earliest stuff I've got on here. I have Harlock. I guess that doesn't surprise anybody. Minmay and Harlock. And Night Slippers. I can tell where I am in the anime world by what I was drawing. That's funny. Look at that. 1991. That's not bad for 91, actually. And this drawing probably took way too long to do. Let's use that as reference. I was actually really into that for a while there. I don't know, 85 would have been like right when it was in production. So I don't know if that's I mean, maybe. Quite plausible. Certainly not going to say no. I think 85 was when they started production, so you might be able to have production cells, like starting stuff. Another Mallardy. I hate it when I have a Mallardy. Yeah. Do you remember love? Definitely. No question about do you remember love. The question is whether the Night Sabers were out yet or not. Let's see if we can find a pinup that looks cool. I'm trying to just mimic that pinup pose. That'd be fun. Good practice for the day. I should probably at least do a little bit of drawing. Pretend like I'm a real drawing artist and stuff. You know, that stuff. That's what I thought. That's kind of cool. It's a cool pose. Maybe I'll do something similar to that. No, now we don't work. Huh? For all of this, we don't work. Or do we work? Oh, you've gotten confused as to what monitor you're on. That was weird. Yeah, Bacon 86. I see that. That's cool. Obviously, no Harlock yet. You gotta love the fact that these suits, the undershirts, naturally just have like corsets set in. You know, things make you go, "Well, that's a thing." This picture? No, it's Pris. Just haven't gotten there yet. I have sneezed. You have observed me sneezing. Yeah, but that was only one explosion. The other parts I'm not doing. I don't want to explode. Right, well, that's, yeah. I'll put her in her crash suit. Well, that's a little bit of a sketch. Getting there. We're sketching. We're sketching. I don't know. I feel like this is a sketchy piece. Don't get prissy now. Yep, she's stretching. I think so too. Hi. Hi, in the office. I'm Dad. I just can't help it. I'm compelled. Sorry, Sarge. Good to see you, though. No, it's color balance is weird. Like what you want. Oh, that was what you wanted right there. That was the button you wanted. You messed it up. Clearly not the button you wanted. You thought that was the button you wanted. Right? Pilates and bad guys. She sings. Her hobbies really include being part of. Oh, gotta stand up. Oh, man. Her hobbies include standing up. Oh man, things are popping. It's like things are hopping, except different. Man, so we've done one run. Come on, there we go. And this is where I get closer. I tighten this one up. Now, why is it the pencil's not responding right? Getting old will do that to you. Why is the pencil having a problem? I only have one of my two pin tablet things up. Part of our problem is that. Why is it that we have these problems? That's all right. I guess I'll just. No. There we go. Pin settings. Nope. Use the pen to do the thing. Yeah, well, you're funny. Now. Make sure we get that deltoid in here. She's pressed. She's probably pretty buff. And that lat, make sure that the lats are in. All right. the chest plate on her, it slides forward first, then the front part comes off. Yeah, right? In fact, I think that somewhere along the line we had actually that argument with Nene, who had been eating too many cookies or whatever. She no longer fit in the suit. I was thinking more along the lines of these guys are constantly working out. So, figuring they're probably all in excellent shape. So, I would think they're in exquisite shape all the time. So, all right, we've run out of time though. I'm moving on. So, I'm going to move back to here. And I'm going to say, okay, well, that's all the time we've got for today. So I'm going to move on to the next thing. And I'll see you guys all tonight. Today's Thursday. Wow. This week's just blown past us. Mostly because of this thing, the snow out there. All that snow. Yeah, here's that. All right. Is my butt getting bigger? Why didn't you tell me it was this big? Okay. Because like I said, I can't stop quoting Airplane and Spaceballs, apparently. So I'll see you guys later. And until then, as always, keep your eyes on the stars. Bye.